Grand Sunrise, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading. So before I get started here, I just want to make like 3 little announcements. One, if you have not got your Destiny card reading from Shaun with Aligning Souls, her information is in the description box below. Let her know I sent you, and you will guaranteed love your reading. Oh my gosh, cannot exaggerate, express that enough. All right, the second thing is, so we have a full moon happening in Gemini on the 18th of December. So I will have a little full moon reading towards the end of this reading, okay? And the third thing was, yesterday was my birthday, so thank you so much for your patience, as I didn't release any recordings yesterday, and took time to just celebrate my chapter 38 of my years and my journey, and loving every second of it. So if you guys would like to contribute to like a celebration for my birthday, I would greatly appreciate it. I could definitely use some groceries. And the information for those donations are in the description box below. I greatly appreciate if you can do it. And if not, thanks for listening anyways. All right, so here we go into your reading, Sagittarius. We are doing a love spread, all right? So I want you to think of the person that you're with or you're having a situation with right now. So first card is going to be you. And then the second card is going to be them. All right. So let's see what's going on. Sagittarius, for romantic or non-romantic, most important for you to know, okay? So one for Sat, thank you. So Sagittarius, your card came out. All right, one for, thank you. Now, I will read reversals on these ones, okay? What brings you two together, Sagittarius? What brings you two together? Thank you. What are the strengths in this connection? What are the strengths in this connection? Thank you. What are the deltas? What are things that need to be worked on? What is something that needs to be worked on in this connection relationship? What is something that needs to be worked on? Okay. What is some advice to help? Thank you. And then lastly, the outcome. The outcome. Okay. Bottom of the deck and the overall energy is retreat. All right. So Sagittarius, you and this person, or just even you both have been thinking about taking a break. Maybe like you want to spend the holiday times together. That's the retreat, right? You're needing to disconnect from people, places, and situations around you, okay? Disconnect from distractions. What you're trying to do, what is like a thing right now, is to just enjoy yourself, to not be told or highly suggested or advised on what to do. Okay, we are that sign that wants our own freedom, and when we have too many people spitting out their own opinions, it kind of influences what we feel and think. It influences our choices and decisions, but we are needing to make that on our own device, not listening to everybody else, but listening to yourself. Okay, so Sag, that's for either you or your partner, or heck, even both. So the first card out, which is your card, Sagittarius, stay optimistic about your love life. All right, positive thinking and stuff like that is going to help you stay optimistic. I know things are going cray-cray right now. You don't know what's going to happen, what's going on. You just hope. And yes, retreat again from people or things or even negative thoughts that say you can't, because damn right you can. So I need you to stay optimistic about it. And if you want to be a negative Nancy, by all means be a negative Nancy, but then you're going to realize you're the only one holding yourself back. Okay, so the next card out is this could be the one. So the partner that you were thinking about, this could definitely be the one. They know it and you know it. Okay, sometimes you go back and forth about it, but the thing is, ultimately, you know. How do you know? How do I know, Becky? Because when you think about this person, you have this big ass cheesy goofy smile on your face. You can't stop thinking about them. They just bring you ultimate joy. Every time you're around them, it's like time doesn't even matter. Like, you guys could kill time and you lose track of time so easily. This is how you know that they're the ones, because time, you'll notice that time is an illusion. All right. So what brings you two together? We had engagement. All right. Well, the interesting thing is it's on the side. All right. So it's like this can go elevate into a higher state of being. Okay. What brings you two together is both of you want this, but both of you are unsure. All right. So when it comes in this position versus this is unsure. Like, this is no, absolutely no. This is unsure and this is certain. Okay. So it became here. So it's back and forth, back and forth. You're needing to decide. You and your partner need to decide if this is something you want. This has the potential of being something that you truly desire. This is something that can be has the potential to grow into something more, but only if both of you decide. One, Sagittarius, stay optimistic about your love life. As soon as you start going dark and negative, that's when the relation's going to go dark and negative. There's not going to be any communication, yada, 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 right? And as far as counterpart for the Sagittarius, the moment that you start doubting or questioning, is this really the one, or am I just in an illusion? That's when you will start noticing things go topsy-turvy for you as well. You know that this is the one. You know that this is the one. Okay? So whatever decision you're needing to make to actually achieve this higher level of commitment needs to be made. Okay, especially after the 18th. That's what I'm feeling. So what brings you two together? You guys are soulmates. All right, there is an undeniable questioning of you two being soulmates. You know that there's a tie. You know that there's a bond. You know that you can essentially feel and think what this person is feeling and thinking without even asking. Just having this knowing, all right, this soul tie knowing. Okay, what are the deltas in the relationship? It's passion. Okay, both of you have passion. The delta meaning something that needs to be worked on is, could be like needing to work on things to keep it spicy. All right, the passion may need to be like kind of worked on, because it's kind of like a weakness now. Right now it's like, I'm just gonna be straight up, Sag. It's like, if you two are not having smacks, you two definitely want to have smacks. So this is something that both y'all might need to work on. Maybe like learning some intimate play or something like that. Okay, so some advice on how to make this work. It says very soon. Clearly decide what it is you want, so that way it can come to you soon. Now, for some of you guys, you already know what you want. You're waiting for what you want. Others, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want, but you're needing to clearly decide what it is, so that way it comes to you soon. So whoever, again, needs to make this decision, rather they're going to stay in it or not, they need to make that decision now. If they're going to like stay in it, then it has to be like committed, right? You both want commitment. You both want something real. All right, so the outcome is romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So the outcome is romantic feelings. Both of you are hooked on a feeling, right? So you both, I feel like, will just come to a decision. Both of you are going to clearly decide what it is that you want, because you know what you want now. All right. I feel like both of you are going to be working on that passion. All right. Again, because this is something that connects you to by the soul. All right. You know that this relationship can go higher. You both want this to go higher. So do it. All right. Do it. Stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. Okay. So if you are not tied with somebody, Sagittarius, this is with you, with your higher self. Why do you always say that, Becky? Well, honey, if you can't give yourself lovings and you expect somebody else to give you loving, but you don't expect to put yourself through the rigorous work for you to actually, like, give your own self-love, then you don't, like, you're not going to get what you want, because you're showing the universe you don't care. You want somebody to pamper you, and you don't want to pamper your own daggone self. Like, so you're not going to treat yourself the way you want to be treated. Therefore, nobody's going to give that to you. Okay? I'm just going to be real with y'all. All right? Bottom of the deck again, retreat from the negative thinking, retreat from those things that say you can't when you know you can. The only thing that's you're asked to do, Sag, is stay optimistic about your love life. Stay optimistic. All right? Because I feel like during the full moon, that is something you're going to be releasing. All right, there's just knowing, like, what I saw. So 2 of the Lovers oracles are popping out for you guys. All right, so we have the first one says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. There is no right or wrong. It's wrong, Becky, because this, and it's wrong because that. No, it's not wrong because of this and because of that. There are some things that you know is right and some things that you know is wrong. And sometimes the things that you've heard that are wrong are from a different mindset. So go with what you feel is right. Your story is going to be different from others. Your truth is going to be different from others. How do I know that? How do you know that, Becky? Because when we are taught to learn something, does everybody learn the same way, or does everybody learn differently? Is everybody in a constant race? Or do you have people that are leaders, that are followers, and that don't give a flying F? They're just gonna go with it, right? So you have those different personalities. You have those different ways of what is right and wrong, okay? So it really depends on you and your experiences with things that make you decide what is right or wrong, okay? Next one, we have... criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, you two are different, right? Well, it's saying about the learning, okay? If you can accept that this person learns a certain way or is a certain way, then, and you can accept that you're a certain way and you learn a certain way, you two are different, but you two ultimately have the same goal, right? If y'all can agree on agreeing and agree that it's okay to disagree, then things can change magically instead of criticizing each other, okay? Criticizing could be like, oh, you're too slow, or oh, you're too fast. All right, that's criticizing. That does not ever make anybody feel good. If you do not like to be criticized, Sag, then don't criticize others, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way? Examine what is causing you to feel this way. All right. Examine what is causing you to not become optimistic about your love life. Oh, Becky, it's because of what happened here and what happened here. So, Sagittarius, if you're one of those people, I invite you to do this activity, okay? I want you to set a timer for 5 minutes. Set your phone on a timer for 5 minutes and, I want you to let it all out. Every bit of that negative thinking, I want you to let it all out. Why? Because you're going to keep thinking those negative thinking until you let it all out. So vomit that volatile energy out. And then after that 5 minutes is up, these are the three most powerful three most powerful words that you could ever say, especially with dealing with things that happened back in the past. Can't change it. You can't change it. It has happened. All you can do is learn from it. Well, this happened. So now, because that happened, I know what red flags to look for. I didn't trust myself and I knew that something was happening. So therefore, now I know what that feeling is like to say, hey, something's happening. Pay attention, okay? So do that. Take that, and like your coulda, shouldas, and wouldas now becomes you cans, you will, and you shall. Okay. Optimism. You've learned. You've learned. Believe it or not, you've learned. Okay. So here we go with the full moon in Gemini reading for you. First card out, Queen of Swords, followed by the Eight of Cups. What was I saying? We have the Page of Cups. And we have Judgment. Bottom of the deck and the overall energy. What are we releasing? These things. What was I saying? Those negative things. The things that make us feel stuck. The things that we can't see. We don't know, Becky, and it freaks me out. It freaks me out. I know, Sag, it freaks me out too. But the thing is, once you can accept that sometimes you go through life just feeling it, right? Don't know. All right. For instance, like I have Scorpio in my placement. All right. So Scorpios have this thing about death. All right. Nobody knows when you're going to die. Like these are the two things you need to focus on, Sag. What and when. What and why. When and how is up to the universe. What? Like, so for instance, again, we don't know when we're going to die. That's something we don't know. But yet we're not sitting here obsessively thinking about it. And if you are, I mean, you might want to like look at to why it is that you fear death. Okay. So like, for instance, death is inevitable. We all know that we're going to die, but like a lot of us are not focused on, okay, how we're going to die and when we're going to die. We just know one day we're going to die. So that's just something we can come to an acceptance or an agreement on. We know that we're going to breathe. We just, like, we're not focused on when and how we're going to breathe. We just trust that we're breathing, right? So what I see here is you're going to have some kind of clarity, all right? You're going to finally just you'll be done with it. What do I mean? Honestly, Sag, what this feeling feels like with this full moon in Gemini coming up, we're releasing, we're going to 0 F's given, okay? We don't care no more. If we don't give a F about it, we cut it out of our lives. We leave it, okay? Like if somebody don't give a care about us, we realize, okay, it has to happen. Moving on, taking action, cutting out those things and these peoples, those places, those situations, and following and trusting our own self. Okay, we're also releasing a lot of insecurities that we have that has been holding us back. All right, we're leaving those insecurities. We're leaving things that don't feel good to us. All right, if it don't feel good to us, we're walking away. All right, so we're reconciling differences. We are communicating and having those honest communications. All right. We're recognizing things that have happened before, now taking action, now learning the lesson. Okay. You are going to be tested, Sagittarius. And what I see that our biggest test is going to be is mentally. I say mentally because bottom of the deck was the Eight of Swords. First card out was the Queen of Swords. So it is about mental clarity. Are you going to gain it, or are you going to still live in the illusion and still be distracted by this little fish that is trying to tell you something versus what you really know? All right. We have I know in my chart, I have Neptune in Sagittarius. Neptune is about the illusions, the confusions, right? And then Sagittarius does not like to be confused. We like the truth. We like to know facts, all right? So when you have those two opposing things going on here, it can be very mentally draining, emotionally draining, mentally draining as well, okay? So needing to have an understanding of who you are, what your truth indicators are, right? And knowing when negative thoughts decide that they want to pop into your head. Why? Because negative thoughts only come when positive things are about to happen. And they come the strongest when something life-altering, life-changing is about to happen. Okay, so that is that right there. And we are going into an oracle to help you. What advice can we give to Sagittarius? Thank you. For this full moon. What advice can we give to Sag? One more, please. One more. Thank you. All right, so here we go, Sag. We have 3 beautiful cards out here for you. Oh. First card says, let go and enjoy. Let go of the things that you can't control. Let go of the things that don't feel good. Let go of those insecurities, and it's time for you to feel good. Let go of the negative things, the negative thoughts, the people, the distractions. Let go and enjoy, okay? Enjoy life. Enjoy your time of relaxation. Becky, I'm not where I want to be right now. Well, right now you're needing to enjoy the moment, because what the things that are coming towards you right now is what you've manifested by staying stuck. All right. So when you let go of staying stuck, when you let go of that mindset that you don't have it, you don't have enough, you don't have what you want, then you can actually, when you let go of that, you can actually enjoy things that you do have and create an opportunity for it to manifest towards you, for abundance to manifest towards you. Okay. So the next one is make a plan. All right, make a plan. This time is time for you to see something clearly. What is it that you really want? And what it is that you really want to enjoy, make a plan. Make a plan to do it. All right? All right, and the next one says become a clear channel. All right, so when it says this, it's like you were again tied with a whole bunch of confusion. So it's asking you to clearly decide what it is that you want, right? We're needing to take action with that Judgment card, and that being the major arcana out of all this. We're needing to take action. We're needing to wake up. What is it that we want? We have a second chance to do something. So what is it that we want, and to become a clear channel? So meaning all this stuff, leave it. Let it go and leave it. All right. Well, Becky, I want to travel, but we have all this COVID restriction, and I don't have any finances. Leave that mindset behind. You don't have. Become a clear channel. Focus on what it is that you want and why you want it. Don't worry about the rest. Universe got your back, all right? So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in a reading with me, check in that description box below. Hit up Shaun with Aligning Souls for your Destiny card reading. Again, let her know that I sent you. And I hope you nothing but love and light, Sagittarius. Sending you so much love. Mwah, and namaste.